I want you to think about the last time you got a raise. Like, really think about it. The moment you found out. Maybe you checked the email twice. Maybe you did that thing where you try to act calm, but you're already mentally spending it. You felt, for a second, like everything was going to be okay. How long did that last? For most people, about 3 weeks. Maybe a month if they're really disciplined about it. And then, quietly, without any announcement, it just stopped feeling like anything. And here's what makes this genuinely strange. You're earning more than 82% of the country. The math says you're fine. But the feeling? The feeling says something completely different. And you can't explain it to anyone because the second you try, you sound like you're complaining about being too successful. So you just don't talk about it.
There's a term that's been floating around psychology circles for a couple years now. It's called money dysmorphia. And before you roll your eyes, no, this isn't therapy speak for rich people problems. Stick with me for a second. Money dysmorphia is when your perception of your financial situation is genuinely, measurably disconnected from reality. Not because you're stupid, not because you're ungrateful, but because something in the way your brain processes financial information got warped. A 2025 survey found that 29% of Americans experience this. And here's where it gets uncomfortable. 43% of Gen Z and 41% of millennials, people who, by the data, are earning more than previous generations at the same age, report feeling perpetually behind. More money, more anxiety. Same feeling of not enough. That's not a coincidence. That's a pattern. And patterns have causes. But here's what I want you to sit with before we get into why this happens. Ask yourself this honestly. And I mean actually pause and think about it. Don't just keep watching. What number would finally make you feel okay? I'm serious. Pick one. Is it 150K? 200K? Is it $1 million in the bank? 2 million? Because here's what the research says. Whatever number you just thought of, by the time you hit it, and I mean the actual day you hit it won't be enough. The number will have moved. It always moves. That's not pessimism. That's just the way this specific trap works.
So, why does the number keep moving? Here's the part nobody wants to say out loud. Your brain doesn't benchmark your income against the national median. It benchmarks against what it sees constantly. And what it sees constantly is the internet. Think about what your financial reference class looked like for your parents' generation. It was your street, your coworkers, maybe your cousin who got a fancy job. The comparison was local, slow, and crucially, it had a ceiling. There were only so many people to compare yourself to. Now, think about what yours looks like. It's the finance TikToker who retired at 31. It's the LinkedIn post from someone your age announcing their VP promotion and their portfolio gains in the same breath. It's the Reddit thread where everyone claims to make 150K and still can't afford to buy a house. And for some reason, that thread always has 40,000 upvotes. Your brain is doing exactly what brains are supposed to do. It's reading the environment and calibrating what's normal. The problem is, the environment is lying to you. Only 18% of Americans earn over $100,000. 18%. But spend 30 minutes on any finance subreddit and you'd swear 6 figures was the floor. You'd feel poor for making it. And look, I get it. I've been there. You see the numbers other people are throwing around and something in your chest just sinks a little. Not because you want their life necessarily, but because your brain quietly files it under "you're behind. You should be further." That filing happens automatically. You don't choose it, but it's running in the background every single day, recalibrating what enough looks like, and always moving it just out of reach. This is what psychologists call the hedonic treadmill, and the treadmill has one setting: faster.
But here's where I want to go a little deeper.
Because I think there's something even more uncomfortable underneath all of this. It's not just comparison, it's identity. When you're the type of person who works hard, who achieves things, who set a goal and hit it, your entire self-concept gets quietly tied to upward momentum. You're not just earning money, you're proving something. To yourself, maybe? To the version of you that didn't have it? To your family? To whoever doubted you? And when the milestone arrives, and the feeling doesn't, you don't just feel financially confused. You feel like you failed. Not because anything went wrong, not because you made bad decisions, but because the finish line was never financial to begin with. It was emotional. You were trying to buy your way to feeling like enough. And money, turns out, is a terrible currency for that particular purchase. I think about the people I know who are objectively doing well. Good salaries, solid savings, smart decisions. And almost every single one of them, privately, has some version of this running. Some quiet background hum of not quite yet, not quite there. And they won't say it, because saying it feels like ingratitude or weakness or both. So instead, they just keep going. Set a new target, earn more, spend a little more to match, feel the same. Repeat. And now?
So, what do you actually do with this? And look, I'm not going to give you a 5-step framework. You've seen that video. It didn't fix anything. But here's what I think actually matters. The anxiety you feel about money is real. I'm not minimizing it. But the information it's giving you, that you're behind, that you're failing, that you don't have enough, that information is unreliable. It's based on a warped reference class and a never updated definition of enough that you probably set years ago and never questioned. So the work isn't earning more. The work is defining, on purpose, on your own terms, with actual numbers, what enough looks like for you. Not for the feed, not for the people in your head, for you. Write it down. Treat it like a contract with yourself. And then when you hit it, and I mean when, don't let the algorithm quietly move it without your permission. Here's the thing I keep coming back to. The feeling that you're not enough, financially, professionally.
As a person, that feeling didn't come from your bank account. It came from somewhere much older than your salary. And it will follow you to every new income level you hit, unless you deal with it there. The goal was never to get rich enough to feel okay. The goal is to stop outsourcing the question of okay to a number. I want to know one thing from you. Drop it below. What number did you tell yourself would finally make you feel financially secure? And are you anywhere near it? Let's actually talk about this.